Nice to have you in.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, so we just wanted to ask you a couple questions before we look at your application and stuff. So, can you tell me a little bit about yourself, Delaney?
Yeah, I can. So I've been living in Washington my entire life, and I have just recently graduated from Western and played soccer for all 4 years there. And soccer, not only have I played in college, but my entire life, and it's really taught me a lot. Definitely time management is probably the biggest thing, to find a way to get schoolwork done while also traveling a lot for soccer, and also to have good relationships with those around you, like teachers, to always be upfront with them and always be prepared for soccer. And it's really taught me determination and hard work, and those are aspects I've brought into every part of my life, and I think has definitely benefited me for the best.
Great. And then, why are you interested in the nursing field?
The nursing field has always interested me. I knew I wanted to work with people. I just, for a long time, wasn't sure in what field. And the nursing field has always stood out to me, and I think I can really make an impact on people's lives and patient care and working with different, populations, different diversities. And I've had a lot of experience with that and think that's something I can bring to this field. As Spanish was another major of mine, so I really hope to be able to use that and bring it into the nursing field to work with multicultural individuals and make them feel comfortable in that setting. And I think I can just do a lot of good in the nursing field.
Great. So what can you tell me about a time you were faced with a challenge and how you overcame that challenge?
Yeah, so last summer I worked in a program called FACES, and FACES is a pretty unique program just to Bellingham. I haven't heard of it anywhere else. And so it is a summer program for autistic individuals only. And in this program, they are split up by age group. So there's a young group, middle-aged and older, and the oldest was 23. And so you work one-on-one with the individual with autism, and we integrate them into the community, and that was great. And there was a lot of challenges with that, because though you are paired up with one, you are always switching and working with different kids. And there was a few kids who were very challenging that I had the opportunity to work with, and they would get so mad that they would just scream at you. They would try and hurt you, bite you, spit on you, run away, hurt themselves in some cases. And so that was definitely a big challenge for me, because I had never really been exposed to, fits or things like that. And so it definitely has taught me a lot of patience. And with them, you just have to be very patient, very calm, and you can't necessarily just tell them no. You need to be just calm hands and calm them down and kind of just give them some time, sometimes some space, and a lot of breathing techniques help. And that was definitely a unique experience, and one that I'm glad I have and have learned a lot from.
Great. So, what makes you suitable for this job, in your opinion?
I think I'm very suitable for this job. I have had a lot of experiences with different people, and I think a lot of just healthcare related. And I think my interpersonal skills with individuals and my patience is really going to take me far in this industry. And I believe that along with my experience and my education, I will be a great benefit to this industry and this job specifically.
Oh, that's awesome to hear. So, where do you see yourself in 5 years from now?
5 years from now, I hope to further myself in this industry and learn more as much as I can. And I would like to, as well as working for you guys, I want to continue my education so that I can become a registered nurse and not just a CNA like this position, and be able to mentor other CNAs and help them. And I think this is a great position for me to build on, and that I can hopefully become and RN and maybe even further than that, and I want to just continue my education and just get as far as I can in this industry and just be able to help as many people as possible.
Well, that's great to hear. So, what do you think are some of your strengths as a person?
I believe some of my strengths are I am a very empathetic person. I am good talking to people and communication, and I really can understand how people are feeling and how it's best to approach them in that particular day, which is, in my opinion, very important in the medical field because especially like when people are getting treatment, they're going to have bad days and good days, and they just sometimes just need someone to listen or someone, to really help them through that day if they're having a bad one and this and that, and I feel I can really pick up on that and go from there and take the best course of action. But on the other hand, I think sometimes I'm too empathetic. In a lot of my experiences, it's been a really one-on-one, working with, one client at one time and like for an extended period of time, and so it's become a lot more personal for me, and I think sometimes I can get too empathetic with them. But I believe once put into the healthcare settings, we'll be taking care of a lot more patients. I'll be able to separate work and personal life and be empathetic towards those people, however, not take anything they do or say personally or take anything home with me. I think I'll be able to keep those two worlds separate.
Well, good. I definitely think that is a valuable skill to have. Can you tell me any experiences you've had with diverse populations in your past?
Definitely. In my experience, I have worked with many diverse populations. As I mentioned, FACES earlier was one, and on top of that, for years, I've been working with Special Olympics, and those have individuals with varying degrees of disabilities, and also I've done caregiving, which is working with individuals one-on-one with intellectual disabilities. And I think all those experiences have really helped me grow as a person and taught me so much, especially patience is the number one, because especially when someone has some sort of intellectual disability, sometimes it just takes them a little bit longer to kind of comprehend what you're saying and respond, and it just changing little things, like how you phrase something, just to not upset them, or giving them more time to respond or talk to you. And I think those experiences have been really great. In Special Olympics, I've coached with them. I've gotten to be a partner and play alongside them, and those are some of the most incredible people, and they just taught me so much, and just helping them and being able to spend the time with them is really just so enjoyable and brings so much joy to my life, and I was just happy to be able to, help them and support them in any way I could.
Well, that's great. So this wraps up our interview. Just wanted to know if there were any lasting questions, comments, or concerns you had about our job position in specific, or anything in regards to that.
At this point, I do not have any questions for you, and if I do, I will give you a call, and I really thank you for this opportunity for you to get to know me, and I hope to be seeing more of you.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Delanee.
Thank you.